Welcome everyone to week number 1 of the Titan Esports Eternal League. I am your host, BG Smitty. In today's matchup, we have Subatomic Gaming Chameleon versus the Shattered Spire. We're going to go ahead and hop straight into the draft phase. Starting us off, we have the Shattered Spire on the blue side, and we have Subatomic Gaming on the red. We're gonna instantly see the Syndra band come out. I really like this band. Syndra's just extremely strong. She's in a great spot. So this all around is a great band. The Amumu following suit. Again, Amumu's just in a strong position, especially with all these AP items being buffed over these recent patches. But on the side of Subatomic Gaming, we see the Fiddlesticks, the Olaf, and what are they going to follow up with the last ban? It's going to be a Jace coming through for that final ban. And we see the final ban of the Orianna coming through for Shattered Spire. I like all these bans across the board. The Fiddlesticks is clearly a targeted ban to the jungler of Shattered Spire. Jace, still in a very good position. Even with the item changes, he's still extremely strong. And the Olaf, just being able to run havoc and run through the team for either side, it's just a phenomenal ban. But I like these control mage bans coming out. But we see for Shattered Spire, their B1 is going to be Hui. Now, we don't know if Hui is going to go in the mid lane or if it's going to be in the bot lane. Due to these item changes and item buffs to the AP items, Hui's in a very good spot, as well as Ziggs. So we've seen a lot more Hui, Ziggs, and even Veigar in the bot lane. So I'm excited to see where this Hui is going to go. It's a beautiful flex pick. But on the side of Subatomic Gaming, we see the Jinx coming out, followed by the Talia. These are two very good picks. Jinx is still exceptionally strong. Can still go the lethality build. Can still go the crit build. So just an all-around great pick. But opted to pick the Jinx over the Kai'Sa or the Jhin, which seem to be in a better position. But that's what Shattered Spire is going to end up picking up. They're going to end up picking up this Jhin, followed suit by the Xin Zhao. And I really like what Shattered Spire is doing right now. They have nice poke, but also very good disengage coming through. You have the Jhin that can have the curtain calling, very long range. The Hui has extremely long range. The Xin Zhao is able to peel, as well as the ultimate coming out of the Hui to be able to slow down a whole entire team, so that the Shattered Spire can get out of any sticky situation if they play their cards right. So I really like what they got going on so far in this draft. But Subatomic Gaming, following up with this Volibear, going to assume that the Volibear is in the jungle because we see the Xin Zhao, but not necessarily the case. We're gonna have to wait to see. But let's see these second round bans coming through. Subatomic Gaming opted out to ban out the Camille and the Darius, so they're going to really target this top lane because he hasn't picked his champion yet. So nice, good bans coming out, and they're good bans that would be strong into the team comp that they're opting to run for. But on the side of Shattered Spire, they're going to opt to ban out this Braum and the Ornn. Two very good bans. I like the Braum pick or the Braum ban because the wall or his shield can basically nullify most of what Shattered Spire is trying to do with this poke. But we see Subatomic Gaming opting to pick the Leona, and this Leona is just an all-around great support pick for Subatomic Gaming. Shattered Spire then follow suit with their B4, B5 being Alistar and Shen. They have a solid front line, solid engage, and solid disengage. I love this front to back team fight, and I love the poke that can come out of the Shattered Spire. having good poke coming out before all out engage is going to be what Spire is trying to do. On the side of Subatomic Gaming, though, they have a traditional front to back. They can disengage. They don't really have the engage, but they definitely can tower dive around this Volibear ultimate, Leona Solar Flare, and the extra HP that comes out of this Aatrox with World Ender. They just have a phenomenal front to back team fight. The Taliyah being able to put down anything that can stop the dashes that are coming out of the Xin Zhao, the Alistar, the Shen. Just phenomenal crowd control with this champion and these for these team fights, and a nice hyperscale coming out from the Jinx. So all of this being said, I really like what I see on both sides. Now jumping into game, I'm excited to see what we're going to get out of here. Both teams drafted very well. It's looking like we're going to get a 5-point. So nothing's going to be too crazy. They just want to make sure that no one can get any wards down. No one knows exactly where anyone's starting.
30 seconds.
Pretty common. I like this. No one's, they're trying to play it safe. This is week 1, game 1 of the Eternal series. And what I want to see, though, I want to see this Hui and this Taliyah just kind of farm it out in the mid lane. Taliyah had, at least until level 9 for the Taliyah. Once level 9 comes through for Taliyah, Thunder McBuster can just annihilate the wave and then look to roam with his ultimate, being able to get around the map slightly faster than this Hui, especially if Hui doesn't have his TP. But they do have to remember that Shattered Spire does have a Shen, so the Stand United could come in at any point in time, and they have to keep track of this. These are pretty important cooldowns that they're going to have to track. And I'm excited to see if Subatomic Gaming is going to be able to maintain what their goal is with this team comp. Nothing too crazy coming out from these early waves 1 and 2. Both teams just trying to get their farm, get a little poke if they can. This bot lane, they're trying to push for this level 2. Subatomic Gaming is going to land it first, but they're not going to be able to do anything. But a nice pull coming through from the Hui, and that passive is going to do a lot of damage in these team fights if he's able to land those combos. I don't expect too terribly much coming out from the side of, or from the top laners. I just expect the Shen to try to nullify as much as he can and be ready with his ultimate. Other than that, I don't expect too much. I expect them to be on an island. The jungle is not to give too terribly much presence in the top lane for them. Though we do see the jungles pathing differently. You have Subatomic Gaming opting to go from bot to top, while Shattered Spire opted to go from top to bot. So the Xin Zhao will be around. But hold on, the Shen diving in, Aatrox barely surviving there, but the Volibear is going to be able to hover around him, so he may be able to bait this out. Aatrox just waiting. He's trying to bait out this dash. The Shen having the level advantage and the health advantage. It's going to be kind of difficult right now for this Aatrox. People kind of forget that the Shen is a lot stronger than they give him, especially if his Q can, his sword can fly, pass through you. His auto attack damage is even stronger onto the people. All right, so hold on. We have a flash coming in with a stun, with a knock, but Hui's gonna be able to flash out from that knockback out of the Talia, and that was a nice little gank coming through. And now I want to see this Volibear continuously gank the mid lane and abusing the fact that Hui does not have a flash. This first dragon is going to be coming up here shortly. We see the Volibear pathing bot, so I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to be able to secure this first dragon before the grubs come up. I think grubs is a massive priority for both sides, especially with their team comps. This Jin's force shot, with if they were to have all 6 grubs, could just annihilate a tower with one shot. As well as for the side of Subatomic Gaming, they had this Jinx, they had the Talia, they had the Aatrox. They can really push these towers, but hold on. Headbutt Pulverize is gonna land onto this Leona. The Zenith Blade comes through, but they're focusing all their attention onto this Leona. Now the Jinx is trying to get this kill onto Wanderer, but it's not gonna go through. Now he's focusing his attention onto the Jhin. Jhin has his force shot. No kills are gonna come through. That was a nice 2v2 trade coming in the bot lane. But are they going to be able to find anything? I think right now they're just going to focus on the CS, try and get this little bit of a lead that they can, and they're probably going to look for an early back. Grubs coming up in 10 seconds. I want to see if these teams are going to try to prioritize these grubs, or if they're just going to trade objectives. It's a nice Q3 coming through. The Shen is going to dash away. There's no flash on the Volibear, so he's going to be able to get out of this, but the block's going to come through for the Shen. Got out of that pretty unscathed, and now he's going to be able to secure all of this XP. I may not say all the CS, but he will be able to get this XP. But he opts to dash in on this Aatrox with all these minions. Nice little trade coming through. Shen's doing extremely well, and what I'm very surprised is the first item back of a Thornmail, especially into his matchup, and especially what they have on the side of Subatomic Gaming. The heals that are going to come out of the Aatrox and the Volibear in the later stages, and even the Jinx at some point. If the Jinx opts into buying, oh, it's a nice pull. But even the Jinx at some point may buy a Bloodthirster, so that's going to be a really huge buy for the side of Shattered Spire. But now we see level 6 on this Volibear. He's hovering, but I don't think this is going to be a smart dive. I think he's going to go ahead and pull off his full back. The taunt comes in, Q3 lands. Thunderwave Buster's going to have to flash out of that ultimate, but the headbutt's going to put this Leona back over the wall. Now the Zenith Blade goes through. They're turning all their attention onto this Jhin. The rock is going to go wide because of the flash. Now Alistar just trying to soak up this frontline damage. It's going to knock back the Jinx, but here comes the curtain calling. They're going to focus their attention onto this Leona. First Blood's going to go over to the Leona, but they're going to trade 1 for 1. Now here's the Volibear. They're trying to re-engage. Is this Volibear going to ult? They opt to just keep the one for one. And nothing else is going to come out of that. But earlier, we did see the very first dragon going over to the side of Shattered Spire, and the first 3 grubs going over to the side of Subatomic Gaming. So they did opt to trade these objectives. Now the question is, are we going to see a fight for these next 3 grubs, or are they just going to trade again and either be 3 for 3 or 2 Drakes on one side and 6 for the other? We're just going to have to wait to find out. We see pings coming through. A nice Chomper coming in. Zenith Blade comes through. Here comes the wall from the Talia. Now they're turning their focus onto the Jhin. But the Stand United was not enough. Now, Jinx excited. They're trying to get to this Alistar. The knockback's going to come through. This is going to be one dead Alistar. He's not level 6. He's just trying to buy some time the best that he can. But he is going to end up going down to Thunder McBuster. And that's going to be 2 kills in favor of Subatomic Gaming. Okay, nice chompers coming through. Slip solo players there, but here's the Zinzao on the backside. The Jinx is gonna flash over the wall. They're all on top of this Jhin. Are they gonna be able to get the Jhin? The Jhin goes excited. Now he's trying to run away. Health bars are low, but here comes Zinzao. He's trying to jump in, but this Leona's gonna have to give up his life just to save his Jinx. And this is a AD carry's best case scenario. Thunder McBuster taking a massive ult to the face from this Hui. But is he going to be able to get away? No, he's not. Hui's going to be able to get that solo bolo on Thunder McBuster. Both teams are doing a phenomenal job at utilizing their strengths of what their team comp can and can't do. But now we see this Volibear hovering. The Shen's going to back off. The Shen is doing a phenomenal job, not only CSing, but also being able to keep this pressure into this top lane against this Aatrox, knowing that there's not going to be too terribly much going on in this top lane. The Shen is basically fighting not scared, which I love to see. Smite's going to come through for that. But now the Grublings are up, or the Void Grubs are up. We see 4 members from both sides here on the Grubs. They are going to be started by Subatomic Gaming. And the rest of Shattered Spire are just going to walk away and not contest this. I don't know how I feel about this. Shattered Spire, even though, yes, they may not have wanted to take the fight, I think trying to just hover around and be there for what they could do with a possibility of just stealing 1 or 2 was the best case scenario. But here comes the bind coming out, a flash, pulverized with a headbutt backwards. Now they're turning their attention onto Humor, but is Humor going to be able to trade a kill? He trades the kill on the Jhin. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, and that was massive in a 1v2 situation for Subatomic Gaming. Now, Shattered Spire, they know that Subatomic Gaming is on this dragon, and they also know that they're down an AD carry. A nice flash route coming through. The Teamplay happens, but now the rest of the team is trying to get in. The headbutt pulverize goes on to the Thunder McBuster, but the ultimate comes through for the Volibear, and it's not enough. Now, Shattered Spire is trying to run down the rest of Subatomic Gaming, but they're just going to back off of this. They're going to try to heal up a little bit. The Zinzao flash, but it's not going to be enough. But here comes the Chompers out from the Jinx, but that's still not going to be enough. Now they turn their attention onto this Leona. I don't think it's going to be enough. The Jinx is so low. The Jinx goes down, and that's a 3-for-0 for the side of Shattered Spire. This is phenomenal for them. This is absolutely phenomenal. This Volibear is coming down here to maybe try and look for a steal. He opts not to do it. While we have the opportunity, I'm going to go ahead and run that back real quick. We see how everything's going on. Hold on 1 second. We may have had a fight in the top lane. Synthwave was looking to go in. I think he does have kill potential over this Aatrox right now, even with World Ender. I think that this Thornmail is just doing way too much. We are going to take a look back at that replay, but I want to just make sure that there's nothing else going on, because we do see Thunder McBuster roaming to the top lane. Zinzao is hovering the bot side. This Herald is up. But I'm just surprised at this Shen. He's doing a phenomenal job into this Aatrox. All right, now while we have the opportunity, I am going to run this back real quick. We are looking at the initial fight around the second dragon, and everything was going great for the side of Subatomic Gaming, but they weren't able to turn it around as fast as they could. But hold on, now we're in the middle of a massive fight right now. The Leona went in, but the TP comes out and the World Ender is opened up. Now everyone's trying to dive in. The Volibear also in the back line, and everyone's just trying from Subatomic Gaming, just trying to run them down. The Jinx is just getting uncontested, is untouched. A massive rocket coming out from the Jinx. Now Jinx is excited. They're trying to run them down. Subatomic Gaming is just getting these kills left and right. Synthwave is trying to get to this Aatrox, but the Jhin is going to be able to get it. But the kills are just coming out from this Jinx left and right. Now the triple kill following. Is he going to be able to land this quadra? And a quadra kill coming out from this Jinx. Humor is beyond ahead in this match. This was phenomenal. This was a phenomenal team fight. Let's run this back real quick. We see everything starting off. You see the health bar so low, but you see a massive 4-man ultimate coming out from this Jinx. And Jinx is just excited at this point. He was able to get the kills. He was able to get excited. He was able to run everything down. And then you see he lands the chompers, and he's outside of the range of the tower, just free firing on this Jhin. Meanwhile, Thunder McBuster is just trying to 1v1 this Shen. And the rest of this Jinx comes up to help clean up for a nice quadra kill. That was absolutely massive coming through for the side of Subatomic Gaming. And now 16 minutes into the game, we're above a kill a minute at the moment, and the gold lead is still only 1k apart. So this is huge. But I do want to take note that this Hui is 3-1. He does have the Blackfire. If Hui can get untouched in some of these team fights, Hui can absolutely annihilate the side of Subatomic Gaming. But he has to play smart around these team fights. The taunt comes in from the Shen. He's able to block up most of the damage from his W, but now he's looking to continue on. World Ender is gonna have to come through for the Aatrox, but it's just this Shen is just so tanky. So we do see the lethality build coming out of the Jinx. Oh, a nice taunt coming through from Synthwave. He's gonna be able to dodge out the W coming out from the Aatrox, but there's no World Ender, so he's going to try and run him down. I think he's going to be able to get him before... Oh, but here comes the flash stun into a nice knockup. That was a I'm not going to say a bait, but that was a beautiful lead-in by this Aatrox for the rotation of his team. But here comes a massive combo out of this way. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage to Thunder McBuster, and he is going to be able to secure that kill, making him 4-1-4 with a nice 30 CS lead. Both teams playing phenomenal. Really trying to show what they can do in this matchup, or what they have to look forward to for the rest of the split. Now, the choppers come out, Solar Feather lands. This Jink is massive, but he's trying to just auto attack with these rockets, but it's not going to be enough. The Leona flashes the wall, but the Zinzao is going to be able to clean it up. Now the Volibear is coming down. He does have the Stormbringer. The third dragon is spawning now. There is no support on the side of Subatomic Gaming. The Shen does have Stand United, so he's going to continue to split push this top lane, but I don't know if they're going to try and contest this dragon just yet without the support. They're trying to just get vision. They're trying to work their way in. These battle lines are drawn. Aatrox is showing. It's a massive rocket coming through, and the Draco's over to the Volibear. Now the Stormbringer comes in. Volibear's on the back end. Aatrox, it looks like he's going to go down. He ends up falling, but the Jinx is already excited. Now, this Jinx is trying to get to the backline, but that's a massive ult coming out from the Hui. The Hui is just doing damage and was getting untouched, but now everyone's trying to get on top of him. The Zenith Blade comes through, and Subatomic Gaming is going to have to run for the hills, but they are going to be able to get another kill, and that's going to be a 3-for-2 trade in favor of Subatomic Gaming. But hold on, no, they're looking for more. They're trying to get this. They're not going to be able to get it. They're just going to go ahead and push out this mid wave. They may try and get this Herald before the Baron spawns, but I don't know if they're going to have enough time to do it. Thunder McBuster is getting to that point. He's getting real strong. They are trying to burn down this Herald. But the Shattered Spire, they see them. They're trying to stop him. The Solar Flare comes through. It's a two-man. Oh, now here comes the Hui with the carpet. He's burning everybody. Now everything's trying to come around, but the Leona does go down. They're trying to turn the focus onto the Xin Zhao, but he's not. He's going to stay alive. Now, the Aatrox, he's kind of caught out. Is he going to be able to get over this wall? He gets over the wall, but it may not be enough. The Shen flashes. Hui is able to get the kill, but they're able to return the kill onto the Jin. Now, Shen looking in the back line. He's going to be able to get this taunt. They're focusing on this Taliyah. Taliyah's going to go down. Now, the stun comes out. They're trying to get away. They're trying to protect his Jinx. Humor just needs to get out. He's trying to slow. He's trying to help his Volibear. Oh, that's a massive Q2 coming out. And the burn coming out from the Blackfire and the Leandris is going to be enough to be able to take down this Volibear. And this Hui is just so strong. Hui is in such a good position in this matchup. I'm curious to see how Subatomic Gaming is going to be able to deal with this massive AoE threat coming out of the Hui. Gold is dead even. Baron is live. Drake number 4 doesn't come up for another 2.5 minutes, so we're going to see both teams more than likely trying to just have vision control over the top side of this map. They're going to continue to just try and farm out these waves. I don't expect too terribly much to happen out of either end until, one, the Drake is about to spawn, or they're able to force someone to a side lane and have the early rotation for a possible Baron play. These team fights are absolutely amazing. Both sides playing so well. Really utilizing their range, their engage, and their peel to their fullest. This is just an amazing gameplay coming out of both teams. So I do want to bring note that this Jinx is building into Mortal Reminder. This is a good third item, especially because he went the lethality build. This is a phenomenal item on the Jinx, or just 80 carries period. But Hui sitting on, oh, hold on, this Leona's gonna get knocked up, rooted. Everyone's looking at this Leona, but she's so tanky. Here comes everybody else, but Jinx is just completely untouched. In the back line, now curtain calling comes out. They're trying to run away. They're trying to get out of the curtain calling, but here comes the Taliyah. He's going to be able to get at least something on this knockback. Now everyone's trying to get onto this Volibear. The Volibear is going to end up going down, and now Subatomic Gaming is trying to run for the hills. Now never mind. They're going to be able to turn around. Here comes the World Ender. The flash comes through. The Q1 lands. The Aatrox is going nuts. He has a double kill. He's going to be able to land another kill. That's going to be 4 kills going over to the side of Subatomic Gaming, and a clean ace. And now they're going to turn their focus onto this Baron. That was huge. While Subatomic Gaming are going to secure this Baron, we're going to go ahead and take a look back at this. You see everything coming through. You see the rotations out of both sides, but the Hui just wasn't here yet. Everybody is trying to just get onto the front line of Subatomic Gaming, and Shattered Spire, they just kind of overextended. And at this point, the Aatrox was able to just flash and get that massive kill, which gave Jinx the opportunity to be excited. And it was just a massive cleanup from that point on. We do see that Subatomic Gaming are able to secure this Baron, and now Drake number 4 is live. But because they had these resets, I don't know if they're going to be able to get there in time. It does look like they'll be able to get there in time because the Shattered Spire is not starting it immediately. This Jinx is massive, has 3 full items. The Jin only sitting on the static shiv and a BF sword. Oh, that's a massive combo coming through from the Hui, but that knockback coming through with a nice solar flare, and the rocks are flying. And now the Jin's trying to get this kill, but meanwhile, the Aatrox is just going ham on top of the Shatter Spire, and now everyone else is here. They're trying to just focus down Wanderer. Wanderer is not going to survive. He's going to go down. Humor is just carrying these team fights. No one can get to him. The peel that's coming out from Subatomic Gaming is just massive. Now they're going to be able to utilize this Baron buff and this Herald. They're going to be getting a nice tier 2 tower in the mid lane, and they're going to start pushing for more. This is a 4v3 at the moment. They're going to be able to secure another tower. They're going to be able to secure this inhib. Are they going to be looking for the end? Oh, they take the Herald. They're looking for the end. Are they going to be able to get it? So they secure both towers. Okay, the Jinx is excited. Now everything's going in. Here comes the curtain calling. But now everyone is jumping into Subatomic Game. But I think they overstayed. Their health bars are just so low. They're looking for the end, but they're not going to be able to get it. Now Aatrox and Leona are trying to run away. The Jinx and the Volibear ended up going down immediately in that re-engage. But everyone on the side of the Shatter Spire were able to come out of the fountain at the same time and just completely annihilate the side of Subatomic Gaming. They really were trying to get that end. They were trying to get it, but they just couldn't. The health bar on that Nexus was half. And that was huge. They are going to be able to secure this third dragon. Now they're going to try and return some damage onto this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. But the Aatrox is TPing on top of the Xin Zhao. A solar flare comes through, landing on 2. The World Ender coming through and massive, all coming out of the Jinx, but it's not going to do much. The Leona's going to be able to secure that first kill. Now the Taliyah trying to run away, but the World Ender is just doing work on the other end. The Volibear is coming in. I think he's going to try and Dawn Break. No, he doesn't have that ult. Now he's coming in, but here's the Jinx. The Jinx is massive. All he has to do is his auto attack. He's looking for a to get excited, but he's not going to get too much out of it. But these W's are just doing massive work onto any squishy that he can land them on. That was an unfavorable trade coming out for the side of Subatomic Gaming. They thought they had the advantage, but not everybody was there. Drake number 4 never went down to the Shatter Spire, and it looks like they're just going to go ahead and give this over, but the Xin Zhao is hovering. Is he going to look for a steal? He's not going to be able to get it, and that's going to be 2 Ocean Drakes going over in the favor of Subatomic Gaming. And this is about, if my math is correct, this is about 10% of health regeneration going in the favor of Subatomic Gaming. So this is pretty big. They can have a little tiny scrimmage, maybe blow some ultimates, maybe blow some key abilities or summoners, disengage completely, wait another couple seconds, get some of their health bars back, and then re-engage. So I'm excited to see how they're going to do this. The next Baron doesn't come up for another 2 minutes. The Baron play that they initially had is already done. They're going to look to try and secure these side lanes because the mid lane is going to automatically be pushing, but the wave clear coming out of Hui is just so strong. But this Shen has been a massive threat to the side of Subatomic Gaming because his Heartsteel and his Thornmail, it's just been doing massive work in these team fights. I don't think they're going to be able to get anything out of here. The Hui's wave clear is just disgustingly strong. The Aatrox isn't going to be able to do too much. I think right now they're just kind of allowing the mid lane to automatically push, and then they're going to wait for someone to have to respawn to the mid lane wave. Oh, a nice knockback. Here comes the Stand United. Everything's coming in, but that's a massive rock coming in. That's 1 kill going down to Subatomic Gaming. Now they're trying to get everything else. The Jinx is already excited. He's gonna get 2. He's gonna be excited twice. Now it's for 3 times. That's for a 4th time. And now they're gonna be looking to end this game. The Shen, the lone survivor. I don't think he's gonna be able to get anything. He already used Stand United, but he has no one to stand against. he's gonna get stunned and rooted, but everyone else is just gonna focus the game, and that's gonna be game number 1, ladies and gentlemen, and a beautiful game number 1 coming out from this series. I'm excited to see what game number 2 brings. Both sides did a phenomenal job. They did a great job at what their team provides in these team fights, and it was so back and forth for so long. The gold lead, there was no gold lead. It was even for the majority of this, and I'm so excited to see what's going to come in game number 2.